% passed, it looked like passing was very easy. But I'm sure it wasn't, because ITM is always known to be very stringent, rigid. And this is not an institution where you just enter and exit as if you are taking a 2-year train journey. I'm sure you added value to yourselves over these 2 years. And I look forward to you building up your careers on this very foundation. I know today is not the day that you're really waiting to hear for a long time another set of lectures. And you can see many of us waiting to talk to you. But I must confess, I read the profiles of Ms. Isabella and Dr. Sailendra Babu, and I think we couldn't have found more appropriate people to bless you and inspire you on this wonderful occasion. Each of them comes with such a rich background, so diverse. I'm very eager to listen to both of them and learn at this given point in time. So I'm going to restrict what I want to share with you with just 3 little things. For me, ITM is a way of life because I joined ITM and started in the year 1991, which means it's about 26 years for me with ITM. A young graduate like you who's completed his MBA would be tempted to ask me, hey guy, did you find another job for yourself? You've been around here so long. And therefore for me comes what is called the first dimension of ITM, which is I in ITM for me is innovation. ITM has always been an innovative organization trying to set the path, sometimes very often inspirational, revolutionary, rebellious at times. But at the end of the day, if you sit back and think, innovation is what the world is being transformed by. Today we use the word disruptive transformation, and I'm sure many of you are already experiencing it. So be prepared for innovation right through. Life is not going to be just one easy cakewalk, but the challenge is, can I cope up with it? Can I innovate at every step in life and work towards my goal of success in my career? The second dimension of ITM, which is T, for me is most crucial, and that is teamwork. Let us all remember, we may be excellent individually, but what leads to success in the corporate world is teamwork. Sir Henry Ford had once very brilliantly said, teamwork succeeds because none of us is as good as all of us. And I repeat, let's carry back this home lesson today. None of us is as good as all of us. And if we are looking at effective teamwork, one of the first things that we need to keep in mind is, I need to bury my ego and work for a larger collective cause. I need to be more socially responsible, whether it's online, whether it's on Facebook and Twitter, or whether I'm trying to reach out to the underprivileged in society. God is very kind to many of us sitting in this room. We are doing very, very well in our lives. So sit back and think, how can I contribute as a team member? How can I be more socially responsible? How can I as an individual give back something to this society which has given us so much?
They deserve a real applause because they have spent more than 7.5 lakhs Indian rupees to you in the last 2 years, right? If not more. That's a big money, man. See, this is a big money. That means every day 1,000 rupees to you. This is the time after an MBA. You must really think at least for 5-10 minutes that whether somebody will pay you 1,000 rupees for the work you have done in a day. All the days in 2 years of time. Just touch your heart and ask this question. My daddy, my mom, with all the difficulties. I know I'm a government servant. I know the difficulties of government servants. They withdraw all the money from the GPF. They borrow money from the friends. They borrow money from the bank. And they give the money to you 1,000 rupees every day. A man who is working in the gutter today gets 200 rupees a day, sometimes a little more. An agricultural gets 120 rupees a day, and you are paid 1,000 rupees a day by your father. Just think whether you are really turned out work, somebody will give you 1,000 rupees for that. If you have not done it, you really have not done your duty. Many years before in England, the great sailor was liked by every other sailor. He was the chief of the Navy, Nelson of England. He's a hero. He's a war hero. One-eyed Nelson because one of the shot went through his eye and he lost his eye. One-eyed Nelson told his men, my dear sailors, England expects every one of you to do your duty. He was instantly liked. He was a real leader, manager, leader. The word was very familiar to you, manager, leader, leadership, management. And he said these words and suddenly a booming voice has come. A bullet simply hit him on his chest. He fell down. All of them came because there's a war between him and Napoleon on the other side. Napoleon and Nelson, great war heroes of the history of mankind. The man fell down and all of them came and told him, men, my dear men, I have done my duty. That's how he died. Ask this question, have you done your duty? They have done their duties, therefore I like to appreciate them. In fact, your Vice President has made very valid points. Institute of Technology Management is an institute, I means innovation, doing anything new, everything new. Last year's mobile phone technology is different, this year's technology is different. I got an iPhone, after iPhone people say it's outdated. My son is saying, Dad, this is an outdated iPhone. He's only 10 years old, he said, why a new mobile phone, Dad? Because innovation is coming every day. Yeah, for mentorship, IT is teamwork. Nobody else is better than what else? Everybody. Okay. There's a team. As a team, sometimes teams are good, sometimes teams are bad. Generally, team is good if you can have a teamwork. If you people like you, respect you, you can master, you can master, or if you can collect the people around you for a cause, then the teams will work. Sometimes teams may not work. Because every Indian, the problem with India is nobody is a teamwork man. Everybody is a leader. Everybody wants to be. Because we don't know followers here. I am like my own king. There's a big problem. There's a culture we must develop. Obey orders. If the police say wear a helmet, why should I wear a helmet? I am my own master. Some people are carrying the helmet, but when the policeman is there, they wear. After that, they are moving. But for whom? There is no self-discipline. It's a big problem. I really like his speech. And Prasanna madam, she made a very good speech. In fact, she was telling all the great things about you, but I don't know whether you really listen to her. You yourself may not know the real achievements of the scholar. It's a big problem. She's a lot of achievements. Very, very related to here. I was very much related to hear all those achievements. Probably you may not know. Some of you may not know because you don't know listening to her. And she was talking to herself because you are not listening to her. So she was telling that Rome was not built in one day, but one day it was built. That means learning is a continuous process. Indira Nuri says you should have a curiosity to learn. Indira Nuri, a lady who is drawing 200 crores of Indian rupees a year. She's from Chennai. She studies in Mylapore. One of them has here. Around from our own house. She's the CEO of a PepsiCo company. She says learning is a lifelong process. Be curious. Try to know what is going on in management. Why people are successful? Why Sundar Pichai is made the CEO? Why Satya Nadella is the CEO of Microsoft company? What makes him different? Why I am not able to do? Questions, inquiry, curiosity. She's asking. So, why? This is very, very important. She said, a lot of good things she told, you are graduating, it's a great occasion for you, you should go and fight war. This Prasanna madam was telling, right? Life is not going to be that easy, it can be tough. Life can be, it's a process. One day Rome will be built, one day you will know French. But it will take time, 6 months, 8 months, 1 year. Chemical changes must take place in you. That's very, very important. And since earlier I was a little worried when I talk, you also will be really having your own conversation. Now generally myself I don't like to give advices because I hate advices. But I like conversations. So we'll make a little conversation and with this I take care of you. I mean the first question, in the last 2 years, my dear student, how many of you think you have really learned something about management? It's a very basic question. Please raise your hands. Nobody really think that's good. That means you admit that you do not know anything. That's a very good basic qualification to learn. Now you can learn because you are plain. And secondly, you are honest. I really appreciate great quality of human being is to say what is the truth. There's a big problem, you know. In our society particularly, people are generally not honest. I tell you. You can ask me why. Why do you say we are not honest? Hey, morning I went for a jog, okay, in a gym. There's something management concept. Now, what is management after all? Can anybody say what is management? What do you think about management? Let's make it interesting. Instead of you people talking young years, let's talk between us. What do you think about management? Doesn't matter. It's not because I'm not going to give any prizes or marks. I want to learn. First one. Art of doing things, right? It's not. That's what Peter Drucker said. Peter Drucker. Okay, that's the definition. That management is an art of getting things done. Like somebody's organized convocation, that's Sundari. Dr. Sundari. She managed to come, right? Okay, I'll tell you a story. What is an art of getting things done? Peter Drucker, you know, it does all come in the. Now, WhatsApp is a good source of learning. WhatsApp. So there's a story. A man told his son. I also have a son, 25 years of age. And what are the responsibilities? Today in our country, the problem is we have to even find the spouses for our people.